My name is Thomas, and welcome to our workshop today. Turnover impacts costs, both the visible costs, the invisible costs. So what pushes them away? I think one way of grouping these things, really, and factors that influence that would be what I've written on the screen here: workload and grading burden. So related a little bit to the study that we saw earlier. Tool and system overload, whether it's since the early 2000s, whether it's since COVID, there are more higher ed tech companies and systems out there than there are ever before. And it feels like all of us do a lot of different things, and that can be a little bit of an overload for some. And this last one is the ability to impact. More and more, we see that professors, the role of the professor, the instructor, is evolving, and that may have a negative impact on retention. Peer assessment is a proven way to improve faculty and staff and student retention rates. And we've got a few more quotes here that I'd like to share with you. From the University of Alberta, Kritik offers our students a higher degree of engagement in their own learning by reflecting on their work and that of their peers. Learning how to provide feedback is an important skill to practice, particularly for future business professionals who will often lead teams and manage diverse organizations. And we're excited to partner with Kritik in providing our students with this type of learning. That's right. Learning by teaching increases engagement, and that increased engagement leads to continued enrollment. And so if I'm scratching the right itch for each student, if I'm finding that I am able to engage with each student a little bit differently to match their style of learning, I should see increased engagement, and those students will then stick around. Well, I think it really speaks to me just in the sense that they want to hear from each other. They want to hear from each other's perspective. They want to learn from each other, and they find that this is valuable. We found that through peer assessment, instant feedback from 2-3 individuals is invaluable. This is a student quote, providing a range of criticism that I wouldn't receive from a single source. We've had case studies where one critic professor went from 3 weeks to 3 days being able to grade and give feedback to all of his students in his econ course, introductory econ course. It's been proven that Kritik has shown to decrease underrepresented student dropout rates, and it does that, peer assessment does that, because it removes that fear of bias. Work is anonymized. I get to engage with people, and if that threat of feeling like I am going to be judged or someone is going to judge me, they found that these 6 main reasons lead to high retention. So it's the inverse of the problem that we're talking about. If financial benefits, the teaching load, finding good work-life balance, time away, obviously relationships with your colleagues and management, and obviously the academic reputation, that tends to lead to keeping people there.